I'm gonna be out here in the cap and gown. And the thing is, they live stream it too.
Oh yeah. They're all snotting up there, snotting on the stage.
I did this for you. Dang.
What do I need to do to help you get to this next level?
I feel like you could put me northeast, southwest. As I was saying, I was like, I don't know my answer, so I need to think. No, I was like,
Welcome to C2C podcast, where we touch on and break down elements of creativity in its many forms. I knew you're going to touch something. I'm your host, Darius Murphy, and this is our co-host.
I didn't know if I wanted to go by the new name.
What? Let them know the new name.
I didn't know if it was. Well, I don't know. That's a name in progress. I don't know if I'll use Nomad, but I'll just stick with Isaiah. Isaiah Curry in the house. Everyone give it up, get up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dadgummit.
I'll settle for that. That's
Yikes. Well, there it is.
I thought the crickets only lasted like a second. That's tough.
Well, if you guys haven't noticed, we are officially in a totally new location, new setup, new look, new everything. And it's been what?
I have a question.
What?
I should have asked this earlier.
Oh Lord! No telling what he's about to ask.
This monitor is throwing me off.
Is it? Are you looking at the monitor?
Yeah, because I'm like, well, surely if
that
I look
is
at this
your
camera,
yeah. That's you.
Yeah.
That's you. That's me. That's you.
Do we usually do this with one?
Yes, we've only done it with 3 one time, but
okay, that makes sense.
That one was a podcast that we cut, so we didn't use it.
What was that?
Yep. Yep. So
Nothing against them, folk, but
yeah. But
y'all wouldn't want to watch that because it's just not.
this one, it didn't fit. It didn't fit us.
Yeah,
That's what we'll say.
Yeah, see, you have a PR way of speaking.
It just didn't fit us.
Yeah, I'm kind of cutthroat.
There's good content within it, but it just didn't fit us.
It's worth the sacrifice because it just won't make dollars.
Yeah,
because it didn't make sense. I hated that. We'll just go ahead.
You did it. Oh my God. There it is.
Yeah, I'll take that L. Okay.
So yeah, back with another show at the new place, first podcast. What are your initial thoughts? Are you excited about this new phase? Really, pretty much this will probably be the new season. This will probably be kick off season 2. So
are we gonna? For y'all don't know the amount of time between when we first started,
y'all wouldn't know,
and when we released something publicly.
Yeah,
it's probably been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. In reality, it hasn't. In reality, I watched our first podcast, and I guess it has been around that because from the time that I actually edited it, because it said 10 months, and so it's been 10 months since I put that first one out. Yeah. So we're in a span of a year and a half or so. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. Movement happens.
Here's the deal. In a year, we recorded probably 10.
No, we recorded. Okay, so we have about 10. We probably recorded around 12 to 15 or so.
I just noticed something.
What?
The severity of the acoustics in this room is insane.
Yeah.
You're loud. I don't know if do you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
That is so nuts. I don't know if it's sorry guys.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure this thing out.
This is a new space. We're just trying to figure things out. How
long has this been? Oh boy. This tape listen, everything's kind of just
and we don't have everything up yet still also. These things are we learning.
Yeah, there's a lot missing. Like this tree is a fake tree.
Why they don't know that? They could think that we water this tree every day.
I think when they're like,
why is there a tag hanging off of it that we didn't take off?
That's so crazy. Why is the bottom in bubble wrap?
We didn't.
Why is there an extra mic right here?
We didn't dig it through. That's just
the Holy Ghost mic. So if you hear something, bro, I don't know. We don't have trim along the baseboard.
No one knew any of. No one's. God bless you, man.
Well, y'all are gonna see growth. There's actually a TV here.
Yeah, it's not on right now because
I think that camera will pick up. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how much room, but
this camera will pick up majority of that.
Were you just not able to get your phone connected?
Yeah, no.
We're figuring
it out. We're figuring it out.
Probably been here 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah. And got half the stuff moved in.
Yep. Probably got about half. We have a lot of stuff that's ordered that's still coming in. We're just putting stuff together still.
Okay. So.
Okay.
For reference, for y'all, because y'all did not see The Office prior.
Right.
How many square feet do you think the whole building was?
Over there?
That 1, 2, 3.
So we have 3.
Would you say 4 or 5 businesses? Are you splitting Dauntre and April?
So over there, yes, because she was Anchored Studios and he was.
Okay. So 5 businesses fit inside of a what square foot facility? Probably 900.
If that, yeah.
900.
Yeah.
So
small, tiny office space.
So we went from 900. That would be 3 rooms, a garage, and a lobby.
Right. And you have to think in miniature size.
That's so crazy to think about.
It is wild. It is wild. Well, we went into that, and I can just briefly break down the history. We went into that thinking it was going to be solely DNA photography, which is what my photography company was. So we went into it thinking specifically that when we were looking for offices, we're thinking, okay, what would be nice for that? We have different rooms for different sets and all that other stuff. And then I got into video, and I was like, okay, the garage can be turned into like a legit set for people to come in and record, and we can record our own content and whatnot. And then we got to thinking, because that was back then, finances were where they normally or where they are now. Yeah, where they needed to be. Yes, and so I was like, hey, my brother, really I said my dad, he has an upholstery business, and he's been working out of his home garage since I was a baby. And so I was like, hey, it's about time for you to move out of there. Would you want to take this garage space and we split rent for this office space that, we're trying to get? And he was on board after talking with him, and obviously Dauntre ended up coming on board, jumping on board. And that just gradually happened. Like there was no, I don't even know if there was like a legit straight up conversation with it, but
slowly grafted himself into the back right room.
Yeah. And then, it started with the left room, which was the biggest room. And then that kind of shifted because I needed to take studio photography, and I was like, I need the room. So we made that into an actual studio photography room, and that's when he moved over to the left, and my office was that first where April was, doing her hair and stuff.
Yeah.
And
so for a visual, oh boy, I don't know if this could make sense. The facility was shaped in like a rectangle.
Right.
I would say draw in the space, but I don't know. So is this backwards? Is the camera I'm looking at backwards?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, this is gonna be difficult.
So back here where my thummies is, help me.
Which room are you trying to
Bro, it's a rectangle. What you draw it.
All right.
You draw out how the layout is.
All right, let's take this. So we have on this side.
Oh boy.
This side, we had.
You got to draw it
this
out.
little box right here.
Right.
Would be my office or the photography room.
And then the size of that room was probably 100 square feet.
Probably.
If that.
And then the other side was the recording studio, which was shaped really weird.
Yeah.
Because it had that.
It was built like Utah.
Yeah.
Like the shape of Utah.
Yeah. And so it was shaped really weird. They made it work. Then the hallway split the middle of it.
Yeah.
And then there was an office right here that it was a really it was the smallest room in the whole
It was
place.
a hair salon.
Yeah, it was a hair salon
For one person.
For one person, there was
person,
one bowl, one
bowl,
chair, one
mirror, one desk,
literally one everything,
one pair of shears.
And then the biggest room in the whole place was the garage, which upholstery was done out of that, and it was literally right here, this whole space, and we just functioned out of that. And then eventually the barbershop and the salon moved out into the lobby. Yeah. So our lobby, when you walked into the whole place, the lobby was the barbershop / salon, and they were able to fit 2 chairs. And
that's an upgrade.
Yeah. And so now we're here.
So it went from about 900 to, that's being generous. Yeah, that's being 900 square feet to
about 3,500.
3,500
square foot. And so we have a huge open area in the front. Yeah.
We're going to clap that up. We're going to clap that thing up.
Yeah, so we have a huge open. Come on, man.
I swear to God, that ran so much longer prior. I faded it, and I was like, all right, so if I touch it, it'll stop. Because if I do that, it stops. Nah, still trying to figure.
Yeah, we're figuring.
This board's going to become way more active now that.
Everything's here.
And this look isn't final. I think
100%.
I think some.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing.
This might change. Maybe.
There's a lot of things that will probably end up changing.
Honestly, this board does not have to be here because these cables are so long.
No, it doesn't. And that was my intention on getting the long cords. So it could be back there in a control center type of area.
But we'd have to have someone do it.
But we'd have to have somebody to run that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to figure this thing out one day.
We'll figure it out.
One day.
But yeah, we have a big open area up there that's probably about, I forgot how much. I think she said like between 14 to, or she probably said.
It's a large majority.
It's a large majority, big bulk of the space here. But in there we have the barbershop still out in the open. And then we have a photography set. For studio photography, legitly now, that's able to fit people in, and we were able to get people in and out booked and stuff. And we have a fashion design area in there as well. And I'll probably either be popping like this stuff up or whatever. I figured,
like doing a little clip or something. Yeah. I don't know.
We'll probably walk through or something. But and then we have another huge garage area, bigger than what we had over there, way bigger. And my dad works out of there, and his company's working out of that. And then we have a small office closet over here that will be the studio. So they're still putting it together.
And I'm also petitioning for not to be the studio because it's a waste of space currently.
Right now it is for sure because you guys can't see it, but to our right,
it's a stress.
And I tell them every day, I'm like, the more it sits there, it looks like trash, just because it's just sitting there right now.
And here's the deal: the plan was. Look, there's 3 forms of thinking that came into this. Were you pushing it closer to me?
No, I clipped the clips are up. I had to clip it now.
Oh, okay. So there's 3 forms of thinking that took place during this move. So mine was, it was just strictly going to be the creative center or a podcast hub, because we want y'all to come in. Yeah, and have your own experience, have your own podcast, have your own platform, have your own. That way you don't have to pay for the equipment. You just rent out the space, which this is going to be open for business for anyone who desires to come in.
If y'all are out there.
So I went looking for
you're on the right track.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. We end up saying like we were, is that what it was?
Because I don't think I looked for a place first and then came up with the idea, or I came up with the idea and then looked for the place. Because I know right after I looked at the place, I came and told y'all.
Not this place.
No. Yeah, you found this one. But there's a place by.
100% out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place by my girlfriend's house here in or her apartments here in Claremore. If y'all happen to drive by Claremore, or if y'all are watching, which I'm sure the majority of people that are going to be watching this are from Claremore, Da Vinci's. There's a Da Vinci's in here. We're doing the corner game again. Da Vinci's is right here. There's like a store here, a liquor store, whatever, some other stuff, B-dubs, whoop. In this corner used to be an urgent care.
Yeah.
And this place was huge. Like 12 rooms.
Yeah, there's at least 12 rooms. For sure.
All had like their own designated sink. There were two rooms that were like Dr. Seuss or children themed. And so all these ideas are coming in, like, oh, you can have the child facility over there. Your dad can be in the back doing his upholstery stuff. 10 rooms could be podcast rooms, or people can rent out space and have their own art studio, 100%. Which will... That room could be that. Yeah, that just pisses me off. Oh my gosh. It literally makes my balls itch. Oh, I cannot. We'll figure it out. Whatever. We're still trying to figure it out. But that's what came up into my head. And just so happened, God's timing and how he just formulates stuff and lines up. I went to the old office and I told Dontre, I'm so sorry. Y'all are not the same.
We're not the same.
I told Darius and his sister Kyra, which y'all heard her voice.
Yeah, you heard
right?
her voice.
That's going to be in one?
Yeah, that's in one. I've heard her voice.
Guys, I don't know what video has been approved.
Yeah, we don't know.
They're in the vault.
We have a lot in the vault.
For all I know, this is number one.
For all I know,
we're just starting here. We're just starting here, and the other ones are bloopers. Oh man!
You talked to us, at the office,
and so I pitched the idea, and then that's where you came in, and you brought up how in your master's program,
right?
Is that what you call it? Master's program,
master's degree,
degree program.
Yeah,
got to throw it together.
Yeah.
In his master's degree program, he had to come up with you had to accomplish something as your final, right?
In my master's degree?
That's what you said to me.
Well, there's a lot of things that we had to do.
You're like, you had to set a goal.
So yeah, I had to set a goal for how much we wanted to make income-wise at a certain point in our journey, our venture is what they call it. And that had to include rent for a place, space, and all that other stuff. Everything had to be included into it. And so yeah, it was a very timely thing that was going on. You could tell something was happening. And then Isaiah's always on top of things. And so by the time he came to me saying, hey, this place, and there was literally a day that we took until he had to go to work. And we're just driving around looking for office spaces. But
we literally... 3 of them. Then okay, so here's the deal. In Claremore, I can't say that because hopefully there will be a time where Claremore will allow us to host something.
Yeah.
Claremore is a difficult town.
It is
in some areas.
It's a different
not like living areas, just personality. So there's medium-sized facility, say 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And then they're wanting 3,500.
Yeah.
For an empty facility, no rooms, open floor, which this is an open floor, but it's 3,500.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, I'm not paying 3,500.
No.
So we went to the urgent care one. They're wanting 35 up front, which I think that building was bigger than this one, huh?
The one over there?
Yeah, just
at Da Vinci?
Slightly?
Yeah, slightly.
But there were rooms.
Yeah, there were a lot of rooms.
And so this place has the garage, the podcast area, and then the studio. So technically 2 rooms in a garage. But the garage is huge. Yeah. Huge.
And then the open floor up there is also huge.
And man, this is just... Us speaking about it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, it doesn't. We'll probably be walking you through all this stuff as hopefully y'all are seeing it.
Okay.
Or y'all can just stop by. Y'all can come by at any time.
100%. Once we have security systems, because I don't think the address.
Now they know.
I don't think the address should be dropped until we get cameras or glass break detectors. Or
now they know that none of that's here. So we can't drop this.
This isn't going to be released for another 3 months. I don't think these will be released at this point. I'll just
no, these are definitely going to be released. I was talking to Kendrick about that today. He was like, "When are y'all going to release?" And I was like, "I think we're." I said, "I think if we record this today and we actually go through with it and we record, we have to stay consistent." And I said, and then on top of that, I said, I said, we have one whole season, one whole month full of content. So that, I'm
tweaking because I'm about to leave my job and then I'll be around here all the time. So yeah. That
100%.
Where do we go? Oh, so that was my train of thought, was strictly creative, because that's what Darius brought up. And so I'm like, all right, I love the idea. Try to figure it out. Try to find it some way, somehow. Then this is where you and Dontre's history or stories come and play about the experience, which is what the whole facility is called. So I can't speak on that because that was way before my time.
Yeah, so years and years ago, probably 10 plus years ago, Dontre really felt like on his heart for our family, because our family is so multifaceted. Like, we have each and every one of us are gifted in a different area. And so, Dontre with the barbering and music, I have video production, photography, and the like, all the editing and stuff like that. And then Kyra has the fashion stuff, and so, which is incorporated with my company. And then my dad has upholstery and all that. And then my mom's finance and business stuff, all that stuff. So we were it just made sense to come together and function as a family. Even though there's ups and downs with it, there's ups and downs.
I don't know if we're going to get into that one. I don't know if that becomes public yet, but that's a conversation.
Yeah, that is a good, but I think it'll be a good conversation whenever we do speak on it. But because
there's going to be a lot of that. Or
there's growth aspects to it, and there's not, and so regardless of all that, Dontre had got this thing on his heart, the experience to where all of our companies come in together, and we're functioning sort of like a mall, a strip mall type of thing, to where there's different businesses and at one location. And so that idea he pitched it to us and, shared what was on his heart, and we were all excited about it. And again, this was 10 plus years ago, and we were like, it's really good, blah, 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 this and that. But at the time, it's, when you hear something good and you're just like, all right, well, probably not you because you're different, but normal people, whenever we hear stuff and we're just like, oh, that's a good thing. But I think like maybe futurely that'll be good type of thing. Like, but we weren't, even though 10 years ago was 10 years ago, like,
and a lot changes.
Yeah, and a lot shifted, and a lot
changes in a month, let alone 10 years.
Literally. But it feels like it was yesterday that he was saying all this stuff to us, and now we're walking in the fruit of what he was expressing to us and all this other stuff. And we really felt blessed, especially to have people like you that are on board and really taking a lot of initiative and helping and vision wise and creativity and all this other stuff, this podcast and all that. And so it's like it's really surreal, like walking into that type of stuff. Or this type of stuff, and actually getting to build what you saw back then. And so, he had that on his heart. He shared it with us, and we kind of put it on the shelf. And then for some reason, I could not get it off my heart. And this past season, before we got this place, I was like, man, and I was just pressing my wife, my mom, my, Dontre, Kyra, my dad, like all of us. And I was just like, we got to do something. Like I said, it wouldn't be on my heart for no reason. I said, but it came back up, like the experience, the whole establishment, and us functioning together, and all this other stuff, and it all tying together. And I believe that there was a lot of missing pieces. There was a lot of people that were here that was supposed to be a part of it, but people are people, and they end up fading away, and the help leaves.
I haven't even thought about that. That's been a minute.
Yeah. And so like, there's just a lot of those aspects that, people that were supposed to be here, but then I believe, we spiritual over here, we Christians. And so, but I believe that God allots people into your life, and for sure you're one of those people. And God's like, okay, now you have the people that are here, and it's time. And so I really believe that previous season was that. I believe that unlocks some things, and we had the people around us to support us, and So in that season, whenever I felt it heavy and I was pressing everybody about it, we were literally on the hunt for a place. We didn't know what, we didn't care how much, really. I mean, we did. We weren't trying to spend a whole bunch, but we were looking for places. And $3,500, like he said, just smaller places or places that weren't necessarily feasible for us to move into.
It just didn't make sense.
It just did, like there's a lot of those. Yeah, we would have had to force something. There was an old where we used to have church out of a storefront type of thing, and we were going to move into that and build walls. And
that's looking back at that, like, bro.
Yeah, literally. And so here's the thing. We were so excited about that. We were like, oh, heck yeah, because we knew the establishment. We actually went in and we recreated, we built it, and all this other stuff. So we were super excited about it.
Oh, my God.
And just,
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, just reflecting on that type of stuff, I'm just like, man. And this just shows the sovereignty.
And we were really going to force that.
We were literally going to force that. We were we were going to force the barbershop, We were going to force the whole nine. Yeah, the studio, all of it. How we were going to break it up, all that stuff. But
now there's a lot of freedom in it.
Yeah, there's so much more freedom at the place. But anyways, so we were
too much freedom.
Yeah,
a little too much.
No. We went into that, and there was a season to where, we were in that season, and then we eventually, what still the deal for me basically was we were trying to settle a deal with a company out in Tulsa. And I literally called my wife and my mom. I was like, hey, if we settled this deal, and keep in mind, we were going to be at that storefront over there. We were literally planning on it, trying to get that place. And we just didn't know timing wise and when financially and all that other stuff. And I went to that, headed to that meeting. I called my wife and I was like, hey, if we settle this deal, or if we, seal the deal on this contract, I said, I am literally going back into town and I'm going to sign the contract for this building, not this one.
Oh, it was going to be the old one. Okay. The one off 66.
Yeah. The one right off 66.
I guess they're both off.
Yeah, they are both off 66, but further south, 66.
Yeah.
And so I literally told her that, and then I called my mom and I was like, hey, I know you the finance lady, CFO, but if I sign this deal, I am literally taking this. We're literally going into this building. I'm going to literally go into it, talk to the people, because I had already talked to them about it and they were excited for us to come back into it. And I said, but we're going to take this space. And then we did it. The contract got signed. On my way back, I had this gut feeling and I was like, maybe I should call the place, because keep in mind, like I said, I was in communication with that office space and I was like, hey, we really want it. And they're like, no, we really want you here. Just as soon as you do it, like, we're going to have you guys in mind, blah, 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 this and that. And they call, I had this feeling in my gut on the way back from sealing the deal with that other company. And when I called, I was like, I just want to know, and have you guys like, is that space still available or is it not? I said, I am on my way literally to sign it. And they were like, literally the people that just signed for this place just walked out. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I vividly remember standing in the shower and like you called or something.
Yeah.
And Eddie told me and I was like, bro.
Yeah. I was like,
I don't even know why we even tried.
I don't know why we tried. And then I got that sense, but then at the same time, very quickly, because I did have that sense of like, dang, like we were right there, and when something happens in a positive light, that just gets taken right from underneath us. But then I quickly shifted into a mentality of, okay, there must be something better in store for us, or something for being prepared, or something. Like there can't be there's no way that, and this is what my thinking was, there's no way I could go here, sign this deal, come right back, and in the middle of me coming back to get this place, it literally be gone. And so
and that's so funny, because I was like the same but opposite, where you're like, oh, something's gonna happen. I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm gonna make something happen. hey, we're gonna do mobile podcasts. You remember that? Yeah. We're gonna bring the podcast to people's house if they want to be. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Just spitting out ideas. I love that. That's why I love that aspect.
It might still be a thing. I don't know. We don't know the logistics behind it.
C2C podcast coming to you. Yeah, we mobile over here.
Hey, eventually.
But so anyway, got discouraged a little bit, and then I was like, okay, don't worry about it. That same day after I was still en route to come back to the old office from the business out in Tulsa. Drove down the street, and I was just like, there's just no way that this, like, something can't be waiting for us here. And keep in mind, we had been looking, searching for an office space. And
I saw everything.
Yeah.
I've never.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
It has to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I go to. I went over there.
Cedar Point, 100%.
I don't want to give them specifics.
Oh, my fault.
I guess it don't.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It's gonna be like we're gonna have security by then. So that's all that matters. Security and guns. So don't.
Yeah, hey,
try
the
it.
guns part we already got. So
Yeah,
I don't know if we can say that, but
I can.
I
can. I got guns. I got guns. Fuck around, and find out.
Oh my God, no, but
you wanna to the level you wanna.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So driving back to the office, I drove down this Highway 66, and I'm driving down it, and I literally passed this space that back when I was a kid, I used to go shopping at for my sporting goods stuff. It used to be a sporting goods place, and drove by it, and I saw a for rent sign or for lease sign. I'm like, and I look at the size of the place. I'm just like, there's absolutely like no way that we could be stepping into this thing, something this size, but it would be perfect. I literally was like, but it would be perfect. And so I was like, we already got a no today. So what, let's add another no. So I picked up the phone, called the number on the sign, and didn't get an answer. So I was like, just add on to that discouragement, and then headed to the office, did what I needed to do, woke up the next morning and got a phone call. And normally I do not answer just random phone calls.
I answer all of them.
I normally don't answer just random phone calls. If I don't have your number saved, or you're not calling within like my business type of hours, then you what do you call them? Like it has to be some kind of
you must want a credit report.
Yeah,
something I didn't pay something.
You must want something for me. It's got to be something.
Yeah.
But I answered this time, and I answered, and it was one of the ladies that is over the facility here, and she was like, "Hey, I got your message, and I was curious to know what you guys what all you wanted to do with the facility, what businesses were going to be there." So I expressed the heart of what we wanted with the experience in our businesses and what we do, and how we wanted to, really touch the community and all this other stuff. And then she just immediately fell in love with the heart and vision behind what we had. And so she asked if I could come in person. And so we set up a date. I came in, and I basically re-expressed it to some lawyers, some finance people, and broke it down to them, and they were just 100% so on board, and so they've been helpful this whole process. And we haven't really been established in dealing with stuff to this degree. Now, obviously, we've rented spaces, office places, and stuff like that, but not to this degree. And so
some things you just got to be tossed into.
Yeah, and so this was
flashing. What does that mean?
It's recording.
Sorry, guys.
Has it always been flashing?
I almost promise it hasn't.
All right, we're gonna take a small break. I want to make sure.
Huh? Oh, see, I know I wasn't tripping. That's tough. Oh well. Okay, I guess we can go back to solo. It's not like we ain't did it before.
We'll probably just.
I've been looking at this one the whole time, anyways.
Solid. Yeah, same. And there's sometimes I'll look at.
Once in a while, but
yeah. So, anyways, got back from the meeting from them. They were completely on board. They let us know how much it would be. Let us know, and then we even, kind of negotiated that out, which, like I said, they're phenomenal. Absolutely love. Shout out if you guys are watching, Nancy and Debbie. You guys have been a huge help throughout this whole process, and a majority of what you're seeing right now is, allotted to them because they helped us out throughout this whole process. And so super thankful for them. And so all that, and finally sealed the deal with them, and started moving things in 2 weeks ago, and now we're shooting this podcast.
So interesting. So okay. So there's two, and it just popped in my head. Have you ever? I don't know. Maybe this is just coincidence.
What?
It could be extreme coincidence. And I might also just be reaching, spiritual reaching. The grounds that we are on right now,
right,
has elements like the things that were in this facility,
right,
were elements of what y'all grew up doing,
right,
sports and fishing,
right.
My manager did the roofing for this place.
That's so wild.
Isn't that just
that is
random?
Wild. That's so wild.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, I could be reaching, I could be over spiritualizing things, but
whatever.
Yeah,
but like,
I don't know. And it's across the street from a church.
Yeah.
And it's a church that I have connections with.
We're connected. Yeah, like we grew up going to that youth church over there.
So interesting.
It is wild.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, there's just a lot of different connections that whenever you get into a place or a season, you're just like, okay, there was definitely a lot of preparation into this to this place that you're at right now. And so so it's been a journey, and and so then that gets me even more excited, because it's just like we're here now. So future wise, what does that look like, and stuff like that? I always think about stuff like that.
Yeah, so. No, that kind of clicked the thought of like when God says or promises something, like it's already done.
Oh yeah.
So like you see the things line up, and you're like, if this isn't
100%.
God, it's an extreme coincidence.
And it's really like,
and if it is God, then He is a man of His word.
100%. Like, and that's why
coincidence.
it's just one of those days where I'm like, it's too real and too consistent to be coincidence. Like, especially when seasons line up, like that's too real. Like, now I get it. Like, if it was like every now and then, but when things line up, and then negative things that happen in our lives, like in general, when negative things happen, and I must not be needing to talk about it because it just literally left.
All right. Because I'm over here thinking like, I don't know what this nigga's talking about, because
it literally just slipped.
I've only seen this stuff outside of my life. No, I don't think I've seen it
in your life. You're talking about fruit of something?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I was about to say. It's just whenever, yep, there it goes. That's Holy Spirit. I gotta listen.
Or coincidence. That's what some of these niggas talking about. It's just coincidence.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like, it's a
actually, if you
looking at light. Yeah. So I don't even know if what are things, because okay, I'm gonna narrow it down to the podcast right now.
Okay.
The things that we've talked about incorporating is giving you, the audience, a voice to express yourself or get yourself out there or well known. So I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know if it'll be on this TV here. I mean, that camera's still rolling. So if it'll be on this TV here, if there'll be stuff here or on that wall. What's up? Come in. Who is that? Is that Andre?
Hey, come in.
Open the door. What's up? That doesn't make any sense. So it was on the wall perfectly fine, and then it just broke. And it just broke.
No one touched it.
Is Dontre out there?
Who's out there?
All right, so either it was him or it might just be coincidence.
A lot of coincidences.
There's a lot of quinkydinks around here.
All right, but we're recording, so
It's fine. It'll fix itself. That's why we can't give y'all the address yet. We're still trying to work things through. You break the doorbell. Y'all could just walk in. Next thing you know, we're done. These never get released because y'all like to play.
Because you guys.
I'm putting that on them. They're probably all good people.
I know, literally.
It's like Sterling. And just Wilson.
Sterling Wilson. Yeah. All the just good people.
I'm sure y'all will see them in the podcast. Or Sterling and Wilson, y'all will see yourselves in here one day. But yeah. So voice to creatives and I think outside of Claremore. He 100%. Thinks
I think outside of Claremore, but
with intention to grow.
With intention to grow here. Yeah. Yes.
So I would say any creative, I don't know how we'll do it, but down the line, we're coming for all of y'all.
100%.
To give y'all a voice, to give y'all value or to show you your value.
Yeah.
But for those here in Claremore, we would like to create an art gallery.
100%.
And put local paintings or distant paintings because we want Jonathan Fox's stuff.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
That'll be the first person.
Shout out to Fox. Shout out.
I don't. Did you always know that he was like?
I didn't know until I got Daniel. Until I saw that painting or artwork in Daniel's living room.
Listen,
I was like, "What is that?"
Listen, I don't know if we can bring Wilson on here.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all understand why I get frustrated with him. Because this man pisses me off. The thing is, I went to his house yesterday, and I was literally going off. I was like, why does everyone have cards up their sleeves? Why is this guy creative? He doesn't say anything. Why does this guy make books? Why is this guy like Banksy? Why are you doing art? Wait a minute. Why can you think the way that you do? And they all just put it in a shed and bury the shed and put it in a time capsule until like someone else brings it up.
Yeah, no
one chases it.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Like that's butt cheeks. That don't even make sense.
Well, and there's a sense of it, and I know there's a lot, especially with people like Daniel that are sensitive to the seasons, and then Daniel also has a lot of life stuff that goes on, and so I get aspects of it, but for no one to know, like absolutely no one to know that there's something else inside of you, that is what's crazy to me. But Fox, I mean, clearly he's
that boy got it.
Yeah,
that boy got it.
Apparently he has his own shop. He has his own. I mean, he sells his work and stuff like that. Yeah, well, online store.
Oh, I thought you meant like
he might have his own. I mean, he takes those pictures of them, and that's why I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if he does this in like a storefront or something. But
maybe
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all will see his stuff first before anyone.
Yeah, 100%.
And then ideally, it'll snowball into more and more stuff.
Yeah.
That's first.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Yeah.
What else do you want from this or to grow? Like,
talking about?
I know we'll have guests.
You're talking about this podcast specifically?
Podcast, just the creative.
Yeah.
What are some goals that you want to shoot for, or some, if someone were to mention the experience?
Yeah,
I don't know. No, not the experience, but the creative side. Because that's the only part that you really have.
Sure. So I really think
you really have control, but it's really all of it. But I ain't gonna say nothing else. So everyone, no. But yeah. Hey, whoever's offended.
No. So what I really see for especially the creative stuff is especially the creative side is I want to be able for people to come in and be developed in their creative gifts. So almost like a
school,
almost like a school.
A tech school.
Yeah, like a tech school type of thing. You're being trained by professionals, people that went to school for this stuff, or people actually that have done the craft for years and years and years, and they know it to a degree that they can teach. And people like Schaefer, that can come in and every now and then and just pour into kids, young kids that, you know, have a creative gift that have been shut down because they've been told that, you know, you're chasing a far-fetched dream or whatever. Like, you need to actually get a real job into accounting or being a lawyer and all this other stuff. Oof. And so the unconventional type of stuff, like I want to sharpen those people because, I mean, and it's even in all fairness to myself and creatives out there, like even my wife even looked at what I did previous to this, really this season, and seeing the fruit of, you know, things that I've done over the years. Even she was just like, you know, when are you going to get, not necessarily saying when are you going to get a real job, but you felt the weight of like, well, I'm out here working all day. I felt the weight of it. Now, she never expressed that. I want to be clear on that. She never expressed, you have, I have a real job and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but you felt the weight, and especially when like you're communicating. Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot more other things that go into
it. Sure. And so like you just felt the weight of it, and and so as a man, I'm just like, man, I'm doing all this. I'm working hard. Like I'm trying to build. I'm trying to do all this stuff.
On top of working.
And on top of
daily tasks.
On top of daily tasks, kids, sports, all that, like just, and then ministry and all that. Just
vertigo.
Yeah. Vertigo,
allergies,
asthma, like just adding all this stuff in. And so like you're doing all this stuff,
church,
and then you feel like people don't appreciate the time, the craft, and see it as necessary and really valuable. And valuable. And really people don't. And what I've grown to realize, people don't realize what we do as valuable until they need it. And so it's like, you need to probably get a real job, or you probably need to get do something on the side and make this be your side type of thing. It's just like, and then you hear them a few months from there saying, hey, actually, I want to hire you to do this for a year for us, or for 3 years, or for 5 years. And it's like, hold up, you literally like made me feel bad about what I do. And now you need what I do. But the whole time I knew you needed what I do.
Yeah, see, so Darius is a nice guy. Today's price ain't yesterday's price, especially if you said no the first time. Oh, you don't even know. I done upgraded my equipment. Y'all would never know.
Yeah,
you say whatever, but
yeah. So
I would do that. I think I don't know.
Nah, I don't do that. You're right. Yeah, yesterday's price ain't today's.
No, for sure. But I don't know if I would scheme.
Oh yeah, like I don't think you're a schemer. Like, I don't think that's you.
No.
But yeah, no. So that's what I want for those young creators. I want them to feel like it is okay, because for me, I'm just like, why do I have this gift, and why is God giving me this gift if this is not the craft that I'm supposed to utilize, especially time wise, like being born in this time and all this other stuff. Like, why do I have this natural gift in me if it's not to be utilized? And then you talk to people like Daniel, and it's just like,
which one?
Wilson. And it's just like, he starts expressing things in that area, and you're like, well, dang, maybe I do need to put this on the shelf. And it's like, maybe I need to be intentional in this area. And it's just like, but this is naturally what comes out of me. Like naturally I'm a writer. Naturally I'm a creative. Naturally I can take something and form it into something. Naturally I can see things in film form, and I can compose different things together. Like naturally I can do those things. Naturally I love video editing and photo editing. Naturally, like those things are easy for me, and it's life bringing to me. And for someone to be like, hey, you probably need to spend more energy in this area, get a real job and all this other stuff. I'm just like, okay, well then what brings
both?
Yeah,
I see both.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just what, Yeah. And so, but anyways, that is what I want for the community here in Claremore. So whenever you said that about, going outside of Claremore, yes, I want to reach that, because I want to help establish a culture of creativity in the city of Claremore.
Yeah.
And then branch out to, other areas and reach other cities, other states, and to help develop in those areas. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best at by any means, but I really feel like with intention, I can help pull out that creative gift in other kids, other people, other young adults, other grown adults, whatever it may be.
In worst case scenario, you just bring people that do it better.
Yeah, 100%. And that is my heart, is to bring those people that know a lot more than me. That, like, I don't want to be the head guy. I want to bring in those professionals that do it at a high level and can explain it to other people and break it down in a way that resonates with them and to where they can receive whatever they need to receive. And so that is my heart with. That is one of my biggest goals here, is to have that place where people feel comfortable to walk straight into that door, go sit over there at the computer desk area, the creative area, and work on their work, and literally go to the reception desk and be like, hey, do you mind calling this person up? Asking that person to come from the back. I need some help with photo editing or video editing or some writing ideas or whatever it may be. Like, I want it to, and then from that to grow into the whole legit school type of breakdown during the summer, have kids come in and literally be like, okay, this for 2 months straight, you'll be in this camp type of thing. Yeah. We're going to walk you through how to do this. And by the end of it, we're going to have one short film produced and one whatever art piece or whatever it may be. One whole, like for you or even Remnant, like one whole song or album EP created and done, and just stuff like that. Like, because I think that even for me growing up, I was like, oh, that is far-fetched type of stuff. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get a professional type of thing to where I can sit down and actually do it. But luckily, I'm surrounded by people that have the gift to do that, and so I have been able to do it. And but I don't want that to be a far-fetched thing for people in the community. Like, oh, I won't ever be able to produce or write a legit script to be produced in a film of any kind, right? And be accessible for people.
That's so freaking tough.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the issues with each idea that we have. This is. I'm not saying anyone else to say this is what this is what I see. With that, even. If we took the best script out of Claremore, which as far as I know would either be you or Schaefer.
Yeah, I'll probably even put Schaefer above him.
Schaefer has some very original from my perspective.
Yeah, I absolutely love his stuff.
You would take.
Don't ever put me above him. Not until I'm legit there.
I was just going to allow you to say whatever you say. I was going to throw y'all right here, and then wherever you feel
above.
Okay. I ain't gonna minimize.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Your work. You know what I'm saying?
Real is real, though. So.
Yeah. But so in my head, if you took the best script from this area that the experience, the creative arts side said was like, hey, this is what we have to offer to Hollywood, the world, or whatever.
Right.
The difficulty in saying, the difficulty of proving that there is worth in this town is because there's no outlets. Like, this would be the first outlet. Sure. But then there's bigger things that need to be attached to this, like a studio set, like a film studio. Sure. Because say those scripts don't go anywhere. Yeah. They don't get to Sundance. Well, I guess it would have to be recorded somewhere before they even get to like a Sundance or a Hollywood or whatever, before they're even entertained with. My thing is I want people to see their project fulfilled all the way through.
Sure.
I don't know how though. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how you could.
Yeah, I think it's
because they have to have a budget behind it.
Yeah, 100%. And that's part of what so that kind of goes in line with what we
do, like an internship.
That's something what we were trying to implement. I said trying. That's something that we have implemented, and we have, which I don't even think anyone's sharing. This might be the first time it's ever been said publicly or just outside of the people that know. But we plan on attaching a scholarship type of deal with what we do to finance people to be like in these areas. So even if that's with us kind of giving financially with or to these people to help finance their film to go to that next level or writing to that next level or whatever it may be, that deal, whatever it may be to that next level, it would go towards that type of stuff. And we do have money aside for those individuals. We just have to get the actual learning and all that other stuff, training, school session type of things. We have to get that stuff rolling before we can even offer that stuff, because if we don't have anything ready and prepared for the people, then we're just giving, obviously, I mean, giving money out's good, but
yeah,
the intention behind what we're trying to do, it's just not ready for that yet. And so
okay. So hypothetically speaking, right? What if you could I don't know how that would work, actually. Okay, so what I was thinking is like a studio that C2, whoever, it'd be C2. It's not the experience. C2 would pay an hourly rate for each position, producer, exec, film, audio, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, okay, I guess it would kind of be the same as like points, but like the writer of the story, because that's Schaefer's big thing is like the writers are not obsolete, but they don't make the money that they used to.
Yeah,
like you have to be a writer and a producer, writer and a director, writer and
100%. Well, because everyone's doing it now, and so like if you're just doing one aspect of it, it's just like, oh, like okay, what are you doing? You just give me your script then.
Yeah. So, oh boy, I don't know if this is appropriate. What if you created a film studio?
Are you about to say like some gold nugget idea that I love y'all?
I mean, you can blur it out. What if you can create a film studio, pay the people hourly, right? Develop the film into a movie, and then 50% goes to them, 50% goes to
the production
C2.
Company?
That way there's residuals to each person within, split off evenly to who was ever involved in the project. And then you could always like roll people out, because that's an endless supply of movies, that's an endless supply of writers, endless supply of whatever being filtered through you, whatever, or y'all, whatever. But I don't know how that would work though, because technically there would always be a job. There's never there would never not be a job.
Yeah.
But I don't know the business behind film.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, because I mean it depends on where the outlet is. It depends on what, like, there's a lot of factors that go into it. And Schaefer, hopefully we'll be able to get you on soon. Like he'll be able to be like explain and break that down a lot better than I could. I've never gone to the extent of producing a feature film or anything. Yeah. And so yeah, I mean, I know that's one of Daniel's goals is to have that released. And so yeah, no, I couldn't even really talk on that much, other than saying that sounds like a good idea. But I think Daniel will be able to give some more insight on that. I just don't know right now.
Yeah.
But it does sound like a good idea.
It sounds like it's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because like, I mean, for me, I want to restructure how. I mean, I've already restructured how. Oh boy, I almost threw this all over the place. I already restructured how payments or contracts would look like for a business or business in music. But I mean, it's not until I take my music business class that I'll actually understand
how
why things are ran the certain way.
And there is this business class that I'm currently in my master's degree. It is literally, we had a whole class on business feasibility, which means, does your business model work? Why or why not? And then it's so crazy because a lot of people out there, and it kind of challenged me too, and I'm still teetering the edge on both sides, have a foot on both sides. But there was an aspect of them saying, okay, you have this business model. or you're a creative and you're like, I'm about to break the business model and create something new. One of the things that I read was they were like, okay, number one, why is what you're doing feasible? And then you have to ask yourself this: if nothing is new under the sun, then why is
it sustained the way it is?
Why are people doing the system or the business model the way it is currently? And you have to understand that someone's tried your idea. That's one of the things that they've said consistently. Understand that someone has tried what you're doing. Why has that not been successful, and why has it not been copied? Yeah. And if no one around you is doing it, or if you have no competitors in the same realm doing something like that, then you have to question if it's feasible or not. Because if no one is doing what you're doing, despite what the success looks like in the beginning, like, is it sustainable? Because that's what feasibility ends up being. Like, being feasible is the fact that this can be longevity type of thing. Like, my business model can be longevity, and I don't have to worry about this, like the model's there, and so sustainability's there. And so it's just challenged me on a lot of different areas. So I've always been, since I took that class, I've been always questioning my stuff. Like, okay, what can I shift and it still be feasible, but so that I can be different from my competitors? What can I offer that can be different from my competitors? And that's kind of what I was talking to you and Gabe and Dr. about the Blockbuster and Netflix type of thing, that comparison thing. And it's really interesting. And it's really, especially when you're in it and you're actually building inside of a business model that you're creating, it's like, okay, you're seeing this, and it's like, okay, now it's almost like a nerve-wracking thing, because you're like, okay, I want to build differently, but why hasn't anyone tried this? Like, this makes sense. Like, why hasn't anyone tried this? And then it might be a legit reason why someone has not tried that thing.
Yeah. So I think of places like Quick Trip. Yeah. Compared to, like, I was about to say Quick Trip is new. Quick Trip isn't new, but I think that there's bigger names. There's names bigger just names as big as Quick Trip.
Come and go.
7-Eleven, Shell gas station, Chevrons.
That's the black neighborhoods.
Like, okay, but you look at their model. Yeah. And you're like, that was that for a long time. Yeah. What makes Quick Trip different? Well, now their focus is on food. It's not so much gas. Yeah. And it's about convenience and cleanliness and how everything looks in hospitality. Okay. And then you're like, okay, well then what about like McDonald's? Like, what's the difference between like a McDonald's and a Chick-fil-A? Like, there's a godly amount of people working at a Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So is it about speed? Is it about the friendly environment? Is it about convenience? Because McDonald's ain't fast no more. McDonald's is slow, and the quality is down the drain.
You get an attitude at every window.
Yeah, so it's like, is it the little things? Is it culture shifts and not really the model? But then again, I'm thinking about, like, if with Chick-fil-A, there's a godly amount of people. McDonald's, there's a minimum amount of people. Yeah. But how does Chick-fil-A keep making money? Yeah. Quick Trip, they do the same kind of business model where it's very bare minimum per store. Yeah. But you're trained to be as efficient and as fast as possible. Sure. Anything below, the store will fail, and it's going to show very quickly. Yeah. So it's like,
no, I think play, and you just have my wheels turning, because this is literally what we've been doing in school. But I think from what I see, without doing any research or whatever, from what I see, I think you have a McDonald's which has literally figured out and really kicked off the fast food game way back when, and they have found a sustainable model. So just like with fashion, trends change all the time, but there are some things that are sustainable throughout time. I was watching this video, and this dude was like, if you can take a photo of a male that's in dressed in some nice fashion or whatever, and you change it to black and white, if I can tell what era that man is from, then the fashion is not sustainable. But if I can put it in black and white, and I can be like, ooh, if I put him in the 20s, that dude would look solid. he looks good. If I put him in the 50s, 60s, 80s, 2000s, like anywhere I can tell. And that's likewise with business models. Like I think McDonald's has found a sustainable business model that they have grown. So their foundation is really good and they've built on top of that foundation over time. For example, like they used to have the ball pits and stuff like that. Like that was lit back in the day.
If they still had it, I'd be there.
Legit.
McDonald's playground used to be fire. Now it smell like feet
Yeah, 100%,
and fries.
100%.
Like,
Feet
bro,
and fries.
I ain't never had a smell salty.
The smell is salty.
Yeah.
Oh no! Why do I taste the air? That junk is
no,
wild.
I think I done got the gone. That's gonorrhea.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yes, sir.
But so yeah, no, I think that they found a sustainable business model.
I was about to go off.
No,
because they don't sanitize them.
That was a big problem back then too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. That's why they got rid of them because it's not it's not sanitary.
They got rid of playgrounds?
No, the ball pit.
I'm talking about period.
You're talking about just the playground.
When's the last time you ever see anyone wipe down a playground?
That's facts. I've never in life seen it. So,
and I know my lip is drug against one of them slides. Like that's crazy. I know for a fact because some wild things happen in the playgrounds, baby.
Yep. But anyways, they found a sustainable business model so they can compete with a Chick-fil-A or whatever other business that you want to, or restaurant, fast food chain that you want to compare it to. And so, but with the Chick-fil-A, and I think Chick-fil-A is a legit competitor in that area. Now they're different areas. Now I do see McDonald's like trying to compete with the Chick-fil-A. It literally popped in my mind because I never eat at McDonald's, but I stopped at McDonald's like 2 weeks ago and I got a chicken sandwich.
Is your stomach okay?
Legit. But I got a chicken sandwich and when I got it, I was like, this whole experience is similar to Chick-fil-A. So I'm like, so they noticed something where a Blockbuster didn't, or a Blockbuster noticed something, but they didn't make an adjustment that was feasible for them to make it past that bad hump that they were in. But they noticed something, they addressed it, and they're like, either we will create the same thing or we're going to do something better. And so I noticed it literally from the packaging. The packaging, normally you're used to a McDonald's burger coming in a box or something like that. And there was literally like a Chick-fil-A box or a bag, a little foil bag. You open the bag, folded the same.
Oh, you got a high-end burger. You got a high-end chicken sandwich?
It was just a regular chicken sandwich.
It was not a McChicken.
No. It wasn't a McChicken. It was a crispy chicken sandwich.
That's a regular chicken sandwich.
That's a chicken sandwich.
You don't go to McDonald's and you get the $7 chicken sandwich.
I got the $7 one.
You only go for the McChicken. That don't make sense.
That's why you be sick.
Well, I don't go there.
Well,
see, Chick-fil-A takes the lowest quality food, which doesn't exist, and they package it the same as the highest quality. Everything looks as good as it could be. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's the deal with the competition and all that other stuff. So
very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we were going on about. System, like what we wanted.
Oh yeah,
future the whole. And I was talking about the film thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I think we can start to wrap up.
Yeah.
But how much longer do you have in your masters? Because usually we give them an update on our schooling.
Yeah, true. Facts. June. Oh, 6 months. Duh. Yeah, 6 months left in my master's degree program.
6 months. I got
a year and
a half.
Yeah.
I think a year. Is it June?
It is June.
Next year's
Middle
24?
Yeah.
Year and a half. Right on the nose. Right on the nostrils. Year and a half, and then I'll have my batchies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the right button, too.
Yep.
I'll calm it down.
I'm going to be out here in the cap and gown. And the thing is, they live stream it, too.
Oh, yeah. They're all snotting up there. Snotting on the stage.
I did this for you. Daddy.
That was funny. You got to stream live on a C2 TikTok or something while you're walking across stage.
Man,
that'd be dope.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna look miserable. I already know, especially if like how everyone got like, well, not everyone, how like certain people got awards like yours did. Oh my god, summa cum laude. Bro, oh my god, my god,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, but as far as I know, that's it. I don't know if we're missing a certain area, creative wise. Oh well.
Yep.
But if we think about it, it'll be in the next episode, I imagine, or not.
The next episode,
and y'all will just find out whenever y'all show up.
Yeah. Or this might not ever be released. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have heard about the alien sightings lately. So. I don't know what to think about that.
No.
I just.
No.
What am I gonna do? Fight them?
What do you want me to do?
Like, I get scared of my own shadow sometimes.
Oh Lord.
If I saw something that's not normal, I'd be take my butt. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Like, no. Dog, I don't know.
No.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not doing nothing.
That's what.
Yeah.
Take my butt.
Not that though. Not that. Though.
I know I'm a freeze. I'll be.
Oh my god.
I'm actually a bush.
Oh. I'm actually a statue right now. I'm not real.
Yeah.
That's wild. Well, thank you guys for tuning in our first day in the actual podcast room.
Yeah, you about to break tradition too.
What's that?
Oh, the pressure.
I am. Hey,
you got to connect.
Well, no, maybe we change. No, we're gonna do it. No, I don't have to.
You gonna change the song?
I was gonna change it, but
I don't even know what song you'd play.
I don't either. And you guys bear with me.
Hey.
No.
Bars.
What do I play?
Man, I don't know. You still on the R&B vibe? You on the
If you can't think of something, this song's playing.
You could bring up Danger Zone. That'll probably be in another episode though, because we did the voiceovers for the
thing.
What's that called?
Thing.
Pilot. Would it be a pilot?
Oh, I am connected.
Would it be a pilot? I think it's a pilot. Is it a pilot? Will you answer if it's a pilot?
Why can't I hear it?
Because it's not playing.
Oh yeah, there it is. You want to be a guest in our pod? We're live right now,
and I know that I can't take no more. I'm steady stressing, trying to give out all that I can.
We're out of here. We got a guest speaker that just popped in,
but I can see you sore. I'm ready to jump ship, but I'll leave that up to last resort. I'm under pressure, and I know that I can't take no more. I'm steady stressing, trying to give out all that I can pour. I know you need me in your life, but I can see you're sore. I'm ready to jump ship, but I'll leave that up to last resort. I want you now, but I know that feeling won't last forever. Really trying to fight back, but my mind is changing like the matter. I know this feeling is real, just like the day I met you. But I know that leads to let down, so I'll just catch you.